In this video, I'd like to share my way of teaching maths to beginners. So this is our topic today, how to teach math to beginners. Most of us, or most of the kids, are so afraid of maths. They think that the subject is so difficult and they tend to be discouraged in doing complex maths problems. Not only that, even us, a lot of people so afraid of maths because of that notion that it's a difficult subject, and they stop learning new knowledge in maths. So that is our topic today, how to learn new knowledge in maths. So let's focus on the small ones because that is our target. First, let us consider first that they have already the background knowledge and then the new knowledge. So let's give an example, say addition. So they already started to add smaller numbers from 1 to 10. So next is going to add numbers from 1 to 20. So the background knowledge they need to have is they know how to count 1 to 20 or 1 to 100. Given that they know that already, so they're now ready to face a new knowledge. Alright, so let's begin from their background knowledge. They can add already 6 plus 3 using their fingers. So let's represent the 6 as fingers here. This is how they count. They open 6 fingers first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they add 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3. Then they add all the fingers together. 1 up to 1. Then they end up to 9. So the answer is 9. So there are 9 fingers they counted. Next, you introduce them the new knowledge. For example, 12 plus 5. Now, 12 is more than their fingers already, and they will have trouble because this is something new for them. So they might tend to use their toes. Alright, they can use their toes. But the problem is, what if you give them another one, like 23 plus 4? Okay, they can't use their toes anymore. They might be tempted to use sticks. Alright, let's use sticks here. There are 12 sticks. Okay, they draw sticks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 sticks, and then you add 5 more sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what they're going to do, they count all the sticks all the way from 1 up to the last 6, and that gives them 17. But for beginners, they did not know that this is already 12. Okay, the last stick here is 12. So instead of counting all the way from 1 up to the last stick, you can simply count from the 12 sticks, okay, and then add the 5 more sticks. So from the 12 sticks, you just simply count the next sticks to it. So that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And the answer is 17. Now there are 17 sticks therein. Same is true is here. The same is true here. 23 plus 4. So we just simply start from 23, bigger number, and then they add 4 sticks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you now count the number next to 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So the answer is 27. That's it. Alright, so this is the new knowledge that they need to learn. Right, that's the main skill that we need to teach to our kids. So if we draw our goal here, right, this is the top of the mountain, the plateau. Okay, this is our goal. It's our goal of success. And in our goal, we expect them to learn this skill. This is the main skill that we need to share to them. So that's at the end of our lesson, we must know that skill. Okay, so what we're going to do, most of the, for example, educators or parents, they tend to give more examples here. All right, a lot of examples similar to this one. Maybe they give bigger one to make more challenging, and then this one countable with their fingers. And probably the kids can answer it, but you can imagine it like this. So this is the cliff, and the kids are learning this new knowledge or climbing up this cliff. Okay, they might climb it up, but sometimes they fall. Climb it up, sometimes they fall. They can answer the questions, more questions, but many times they fall because this is a cliff. It's not easy to reach the goal. So that's it. They might end up learning the main skill at the end. You reach the goal, but the tendency is they already have the struggles here while climbing it. And this one creates to them hate in math. So that is unconscious, giving them another new knowledge, and then they're climbing up again the same cliff and they achieve the goal. But the hate keep on stacking here. A lot of hate that they ended up not loving maths anymore at the end. So that's the problem. That's the psychology why a lot of kids hate maths, because of the struggles that they encounter before they reach the goal. So what are we going to do then is to add more steps to the cliff. There you go. To make it very easy for them to climb the goal or the goal of success. So how to do that? As an educator, you need to determine what are the other skills that they need to learn before they reach the main skill. So you must have the eye to see what's the skills hidden there, the mini skills hidden there, the smaller skills. So you have to break down the knowledge into smaller steps. If you can make it smaller and smaller, it's better. It's less tiring for them. It's easier for them to climb. This time, let's spot what are these smaller skills that we need to teach them before they reach the main skill. All right, let's go back to our example. We have 12 plus 5. Okay, there you go. And the answer is 17. And how did we get that? How did they get the answer? So first, they have to identify the bigger number. So the bigger number is 12. That's the bigger number. So before you teach the main skill, you have to give them this background knowledge first. They need to identify which number is bigger. So we give them various exercises, worksheets that allow them to identify which number is bigger. Could be like two numbers only. For example, you have 17 and 11. Let them identify which number is bigger. There you go. Once they know already how to do this, and they pass the first mini skill. All right, climb up the ladder already. That's pretty easy for them because that's not so steep. It's very low, reachable. Okay. All right. What's the other skill that they need to learn? Okay, the other skill they need to learn is they must know how to count. They must know the number next to the bigger one. Say this one, 12. Do they know the number next to 12? Okay. I give them various exercises again or worksheets. Allow them to count the number next to the bigger one. Okay, so for example, you have 12. What is next to 12? Okay, they know 13. All right. Next, what is next to 28? I will say 29. What is next to 17? Say 18. There you go. So that's the second skill that they need to develop for reaching the main skill. All right. So given they know already the mini skill, the second mini skill, then you go to the next one. Okay, the next one is they need to count. They need to know how to count consecutively. So, for example, 17, they must know how to count consecutively. They know already that the next number is 18, so they know to count the next numbers come. Okay, come after it. Okay, you have 17, they know 18, the next is 19, 20, 21, like that. You might give them this kind of exercises like 4 missing numbers next to 17, like that, and there you go. So you give them exercises or worksheets with this kind of problems, and then they pass the third steps. They have the first, second, third steps, and if you combine this together, they now reach the main skill. Some learners, they can already identify these steps. So these are fast learners, or these are smart students. They can already determine this because they're just small steps and pretty easy for them because they're smart. But not all students are smart, so they need these ladders in order to reach the goal. Finally, they can climb up the stairs with less effort. So the goal now is pretty easy for them to climb already. And you remove the fear or the difficulty in math because as an educator, you found the many skills. You give them the steps to reach the goal instead of climbing up the cliff here. Okay, and cliff that can develop to them trauma upon reaching the main skill. As I said, you might reach the main skill, the goal, but the struggle here creates to them fear or trauma that makes them hate maths. So this way you can learn to love maths instead because they found that, oh, it's easier to get to the top of the mountain. All right, I think the command system is very successful in using this way of teaching the students, giving them the step-by-step ladder to reach the goal. All right, so maths is not climbing up cliff, maths is climbing up stairs. And the stairs just keep on getting higher and higher, learning new knowledge at a time. To summarize what we have discussed here, first is you need to identify the smaller skills. Identify smaller skills or many skills. These are the steps of the ladders. And then once you identify the many skills, then you must learn how to connect them. Connect them in order to produce the main skill. Alright, so let's now demonstrate how all this sum up to get the desired result. Let's say, for example, you have 24 plus 5. Okay, so the learners already know the bigger number, so they write down the bigger number here, 24, and then they add 5 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can use their fingers, or they can use sticks, draw sticks to the paper, for example. Now they apply the mini skills they know. The next of 24 is 25, and then they can know how to count consecutively: 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There you go. So they have now developed the main skill with ease and with happiness. By the way, this method allows the students to add mentally for smaller numbers, so it would be easy for them to add bigger numbers in vertical addition using this method. So this is just the smaller step for the bigger step, which is adding the bigger numbers. So that's how maths worked. Start from the smaller ladders, going up to the main goals, and the goals will continue. You have another goal or new knowledge at the end, and that's what we do in Ajan. Perhaps you might see our worksheets or our activities like, oh, these are so easy, why not go directly to the main skills. No, we don't do that. We don't want to kill their love in maths. We want to build their love in maths. We want them to succeed. We want them to be confident in maths instead of climbing up the cliff and develop the trauma at the end. Oh, that's terrible. That's a crime.